Let's go.
Welcome home to 42 Geek Street, your guide to the world of the geek with that little bit of geek in all of us. Hi, I'm not Ren, I'm Ron, and I'm here with Mike. Mike, thanks for joining me on the show.
Yep, also not Ren.
Also not Ren, yeah. So the reason that Ren is not here is
He's on the road.
He's on the road. He's normally the editor of the show, and he sort of complains to us often about things we should be doing to make life a little bit easier for him. So we thought, let's put him to the test, and we sent him. And yeah, he had a lot of issues with himself. So usually this is what happens with someone like that. But we also, we sent him to Melbourne University to school him, and he went to Chaos 2014 and did a whole bunch of stuff there. So let's check it out.
Here we are at Chaos 2014. I don't really know what it's about, but I'm going to go in and check it out, and I'm taking you with me. Here we are at Chaos 2014 with James Phelan. Now, I'm just taking a wild stab here at your Halo.
Yeah, Master Chief.
Master Chief?
Yeah.
Now, how did you put this together?
A lot of blood, sweat and tears.
I can imagine. What time frame did it take?
A little over a month. It's just, I can only work on weekends, so it's hard to really say.
Actually, from what I've been hearing, a month's actually not that bad to put all this together.
Yeah, it's more like 15 days or something, because I can only do the weekends.
Wow. Now, is this the first time you've done this particular outfit, or is this the first showing?
No, I used this at Oz Comic Con this year.
Oh, great. Yep.
And before that was an ODST from Halo, then Kakashi and the Doctor.
Wow, really? That's great. Is there any other costumes that you're working on at the moment?
I'm working on a Titan from Destiny, hopefully to get done for the midnight launch.
How long do you think that's going to take you?
I don't know. There's also a school assignment. I'm pretty far behind on schedule. I've got the legs done and half the chest.
Then you had it when real life kicks in and takes over?
Yeah, it's painful. I want to get it done so bad, but it's starting to look pretty good.
Well, I just want to say this looks really awesome. I just had to talk to you.
Thanks.
Thanks for the effort, mate. We all appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I love to make other people smile and make their day even more fun.
Cool.
That's
Thanks.
why I do this.
Thanks, James.
No problem.
Here I am with Simone Roma. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Now, I'm not too sure what costume actually is this. What character is it?
Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time.
Great. I take it it's something you watch?
Yes, very often.
How long does this take to put together?
Well, I bought various pieces except for the star and, of course, the gun, which James made. And it took maybe a month at most just collecting it from the internet and shipping and all that. So, very easy.
It's pretty good effort, though. It's not actually that easy sometimes.
Yeah, the shipping can sometimes go wrong. And the sizes and stuff, very risky.
So is there any other costumes that you're currently working on at the moment or thinking about doing?
I'm actually thinking about doing maybe a female Master Chief or something from the Halo franchise, which is going to be very difficult.
How long do you think they'll take?
Well, my friends are saying it will only take maybe a month at best, but I'm new to making my own costumes, so it's going to take a while.
It'll be an interesting challenge. Is there any particular event you like to have it ready by?
Maybe Armageddon?
Well, that's a month and a half.
Yeah, I know, very risky, but I'm willing to take a chance.
Right, great. Well, I really love the costume. Hopefully we'll see. We'll be at Armageddon, so hopefully we'll see you there.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Simone. Hi, everyone, and here I am with Amy. Hi, Amy, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Great, thanks. Great costume. And what are we today?
Betty Boop.
Very nicely done. Now, we've seen you before as Mystique and Empty Child.
Yep, that's correct.
Have you got any other costumes planned coming up?
Oh,
any surprises for us?
For Armageddon, I'll be Mickey Mouse.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll be at Armageddon, so we'll be looking for you.
Oh, I'll look out for you guys.
Can you do a Mickey Mouse voice?
Not really, no.
Awesome.
I'm still learning.
Now, how long does this take to put together? And what challenges have you had?
Challenges is the dress. I actually had this in my wardrobe. I was making a brand new dress for it, but it kept on falling down, and I had to...
That would be a problem.
Yeah, it was really frustrating. And the fashion tape would not stick to my skin because of the body paint. It was very frustrating.
And this is a lot of things that you'll learn when you're creating outfits. I mean, I haven't done any yet, so I'm planning on something. But what I'm hearing from people is all the little tricks you learn. We saw someone the other day playing with hair, and they were putting all these WD-40 through their wigs to help it before you start wearing it, to help it last longer and stuff. So that's a pretty good, interesting tip. So the body paint's a problem when you put the tape on, I guess.
Yes, it is. It's a pain.
Any other tips or problems you think will happen with costumes?
Yeah, probably the wig, keeping it straight. The body paint is a problem because depends what body paint you get. It can, if it's water-based, it can easily come off.
Oh, okay.
And grease-based, like I've got on, it rubs off on other people, and water alone does not take it off. You have to have heaps of soap or loads of baby wipes.
Okay, everyone, make sure you bring your baby wipes when you go out to cons. Well, thanks for that, Amy, and we'll hopefully see you as Mickey Mouse at Armageddon.
I'll see you there.
Thanks. I'm here at Chaos with Rachel. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Chaos, what is it?
Chaos, it actually stands for the Cosplayers, Hobbyists and as Artists of Australia. Founded by a small group of people who have been in event management for quite a number of years, love conventions, love the whole aspect of the pop culture scene, and we just really wanted to create an event for everyone to come, enjoy themselves, and really shine more of a spotlight on the cosplayers and the hobbyists and the artists of the pop culture scene, because let's be real, the cosplayers, they really do make this scene, they make it big.
Yeah, I say they're definitely a main attraction, just seeing them all doing all their outfits and stuff,
definitely.
and appreciating all the work they put into it too.
Definitely. There is no bigger compliment to a cosplayer than appreciating their work, be it a beginner or someone who's been doing it for 10 years. If you compliment a cosplayer, you're going to make their day.
Yeah, definitely, and they deserve it too.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favourite part of Chaos?
My favourite part is when things run really smoothly. Of course, there's nothing better than when a first year event is going pretty well, and it is, we're pretty happy. And so I have to say the cosplay has probably been my main highlight today, which is, it's just a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and it was good to just relax for about an hour than stressing anywhere else.
You definitely looked like you were having a lot of fun in there.
I really was. Our judges and our MCs were absolutely fantastic, and cannot thank them enough, the audience, and also, of course, the cosplayers themselves.
Did you have a favourite outfit that you saw? Am I pinning you down?
I don't know, I hate picking favourites, but I have to say, the Deadpool and the Spider-Man, I've seen them quite a few times at a couple of different cons throughout the year, and they just make it. They're just, their attitudes and, just their bubbly personalities, they make people around them be happy, and they're just oh my god, this is great. And
they're definitely fun to watch.
Oh, they really are, and that's the thing, with cosplayers in particular, is, those guys who embody those characters and really bring them to life, and it's the best thing to watch, because it's so entertaining, and you have fun, and they're having fun, and all is well.
If someone wants to be part of Chaos, do you know what they can do to be part of it?
Definitely. They can always send us a email via our info account at info@chaos.com.au. Primarily as well, we always have our volunteers, which we've got to do a massive shout out to all of our lovely volunteers for this year's event. They can also send through requests and information to volunteers at chaos.com.au. And as well, we've got a website that you can talk to us over, and we've also got our Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks for talking to us, Rachel.
Yeah.
And we'll throw back to the studio.
Coming up after the break, more Ren.
Welcome back to 42 Geek Street. Let's make Ren do some more work.
And here we are at Chaos 2014. I've got Kaylee with me. Hello, Kaylee.
Hi.
And what's this happening behind us right now?
Well, what we are is we're Swordcraft. We're a live-action role-play group. We meet every week Friday at Princess Park, and we just like to get together and do a bit of fighting. So we have swords and staves and archery, healing, anything you could think of.
And what's happening here today?
Today we're doing some exhibitions, so we've got some archery going on. We've got every hour or so we're doing some classes to teach people basics on how to use sword and shield so that they know all the safety rules and no one gets hurt. We're really big on safety.
Yep.
So.
That's really important. So if people want to get involved, like if they can't make it here today and they want to get involved in this, how can they become part of all this?
Well, we're online. We're on Facebook. So if you just look up Swordcraft on Facebook or go to swordcraft.com.au, you can see some information there and all the rules. We meet, like I said, every Friday, so you can just come. You don't have to have any knowledge because we do noob training on Fridays. So
That sounds awesome.
yeah, we do a whole. When you start, you get 4 weeks of noob training if you like. So you can spend that time getting to know things, getting to know people. So.
And if you're not aware what noob is, that means very new. All right, well, that's awesome. Any tips that you've learnt along the way?
Oh, tips. Well, don't be shy when you get there. That was my problem when I first started. It took me a while to get into it because I was afraid to go up and talk to people and just ask questions. But when you get there, just talk to anybody. Everyone's happy to help out and give you information on what kind of weapons, if you want to do archery or if you want to be a sword fighter or a pirate or whatever. Everyone's happy to help.
Yeah, and that's what's really important is when you come to these things, the more fun you'll have is when you get more involved, when you start talking to people and everything like that.
Oh, absolutely. We're very community driven. We really are friendly group of people. So.
And then they whack the crap out of each other with swords and stuff.
Yeah, sounds like it might not be so friendly, but it really is. It's all in good fun. At the end of the night, you're having drinks with your enemies. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that. This looks really interesting, and I think some of us will be going down there at some time to try this out.
We would love to have you. You guys are always welcome.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting there to hear a little bit about Swordcraft. That was and what they did there at Chaos 2014. Have you ever wanted to hit someone with a big sword?
Well, is it a rubber sword or is it a real sword?
Either.
I had a really bad day.
Tarquin is actually a fan of Swordcraft and has actually been involved and played, and he did a little bit of a story for us, so let's check that out.
Swordie.
Hi guys, we're here to talk about Swordcraft with Willard, who you'll see later in footage. He'll have a big mask on, but we're here to find out what is Swordcraft and everything about it.
Well,
Describe a standard Swordcraft night. You turn up at Princess Park.
Yep.
About 5 o'clock, and
well, you know, people generally tend to get there at 5. Organizers about 6ish. Basically, people, you know, they turn up early they like chatting or practicing and whatnot. Once the orgs get there, we, you know, continue with our socializing until they are ready to take registrations. And
well, it can take a while because
Yeah.
you got to realize now with Swordcraft, you might turn up there at 5 o'clock, and you wonder, like, there's 3 people. It's like, where is everybody? By 6:30, you've got 200 to 300. Yeah, 200 to 300 people. That's a lot of people to organize.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a big job. Big job.
Definitely. And after that, you know, if you're a new player, you'll be put into the militia, which is essentially, you know, every single new player for the first 4 nights. Actually, I'm not sure about this. It's a bit blurry. But for the first
He got
night,
hit in the head a few times.
Yeah. For the first night, you know, they split the new players into 2 teams to join the armies, or each army.
Now, as I understand it, this is for training. It means anybody turning up for the night.
They also train you as well and
you're
provide
not,
weapons.
You're not going to be thrown in the deep end, and you get training, so you know what you're doing. You're not going to hurt anybody, right?
Yes.
Yep. Safety is very important.
Yep. And if you're a returning player and you're in a war band, which is you're a small team like the Elves or the Breton Knights, then you go off with your war band for war band practice or whatnot.
Yeah, that's when you head out onto the oval and start splitting up into training groups.
Yep.
Although I have noticed training can vary group to group. It can be just hanging around, swapping stories until some very serious stuff. I've seen. Yeah.
Circle of Death.
Yeah.
Which is essentially a tournament and people join in when one dies.
Two people in until one person leaves.
Yep. And roughly about 7:30, the organizers go into the field and split the war bands into 2 huge armies. we generally have about 2 or 3 rounds. Then the militia, the 2 militia teams also join their respective armies, and
Now, how long is a round?
it kind of varies. It's generally about, to my experience, anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes.
Okay, and there are different scenarios with each game,
Yep.
right? Yep.
Capture the flag, or general game, which is each team has a general, the other team wants that general dead, kind of thing.
I got some footage of that one. Well, I think we should get some weapons and stuff, and you can start to show off exactly what to do with this stuff.
Yeah, right.
So let's do that.
Yep.
Okay. We're here with Becky, and it was your first Swordcraft experience. What got you into it? What was it like?
Just a friend introduced me there, and I'm like, why not? It sounds like fun.
So something to do for Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you find it intimidating, scary? Was it just fun all the way through?
Oh, I thought it was fun all the way through.
Yeah.
Because you get to hit people with the sword.
It's always with the hitting people. No, so there are mages. I know there are new mages and stuff like that. But, it's not all hitting people. It's just mostly hitting people.
Well, when I did go there, they trained us first to see, to show us how to hold the sword properly, how to hit people, where you can hit people, where you can't hit people. And then afterwards we got to play an actual game, which was really fun. Yeah.
Did you win?
I was on the winning team. Yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So, your part in
the first game I went to, I was.
Your part in their downfall. Okay. Would you go back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do some weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, you can will it a bit.
Woohoo!
All right. So, come back up after the break. Weapons. This will be fun. You just had to get in. You mentioned weapons and everybody gets in on it.
Welcome back to 42 Geek Street. You like big swords?
Everyone likes wielding a big sword. So yes, really great fun. And actually there's a lot more weapons other than swords, and we're going to learn a little bit more about that right now.
Now, thought it would be an idea to look at the weapons more precisely, because this is important. I mean, this is the pointy end of the stick, right? Now the important thing is, don't make these at home unless you know what you're doing. You can go onto the internet and find all kinds of ways to build weapons, and if you don't know what you're doing, the best information on that will still get you doing it wrong. Because these things basically they have a fiberglass core leading almost all the way up. Then they're wrapped in, I think that was fireproof stuff.
Fireproof stuff?
I'm screwing this up. In
foam?
No.
Oh, Kevlar.
Kevlar, that's right.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now they've got fiberglass core virtually all the way up, wrapped in Kevlar, and then different layers of foam of varying types, all layered up to get the end of the effect, and then the paint job itself. And
latex.
And this is why now you'll notice, these are 2 basic standard longswords. Same design, different paint job. But then again, different costumes or different takes on weapons. You can get daikatanas and all sorts of things. And never assume what you're hitting is what it appears to be, because again, you can make a lot of armor at home and it may look really good, but it's not what it appears to be. So again, that's why you have to be aware, and that's why making weapons, very careful. Armor, it'll look good, it'll be fine. Now, and my lovely assistant over here outside of shot will now hand in some weapons.
Oh.
Hang on that. Yeah. You've borrowed this. This is the 2-handed claymore.
Nice.
It is, isn't it?
Can I hold it?
Of course. Oh yeah. There you go. Although now.
Thanks. Oh, now I need to take this off.
Yeah, it's kind of breaching on loadout rules.
Well, actually, this is a
it.
thing. While they're doing that, different weapons you can't always get away with using shields and stuff like that. this.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful kind of weapon.
This is my favourite weapon. I say, but before I went to Swordcraft, you can make it a lot easier on yourself if you want to do live role playing for any length of time. It is worth getting your own weapons. When you go to your first event, you can. I mean, you can rent weapons, can't you?
Yeah, you can rent weapons, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but having your own weapon, you can be a lot more confident on the field. And if you break it, you can only blame yourself. I was always comfortable with the quarterstaff, and I remember when I turned up, I knew exactly what I was doing. My body remembers pretty much everything it needs to do, and beating up small trees, I really shouldn't do that.
No,
sorry,
you shouldn't.
tree.
The elves are going to be a bit cross with you right now.
It's okay, I didn't mean it. Anyway, that's that. But then, then you get into the smaller weapons. Now, you've seen a lot of different weapons on the field, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a good dagger can be a lot of, I mean, when you get in close to somebody, am I right in thinking is like you can't always use the big two-handed sword?
No, you can't quite use it efficiently.
Yeah, having a decent dagger, because one thing is, I mean, what you want is a belt to like tuck in a dagger there or something, so you can get at in a hurry.
Also not featured here are some people have battle axes.
Also, I've seen guns as well.
Yes, band guns.
Oh yeah, we got some footage of those, but we don't have any to show off now.
Bows and spears and basic pole arms, really.
Yeah. Although I have those pole arms, they were homemade things, weren't you? Because all this stuff you can get off the net. But I mean, some of the more exotic weapons, you really do have to either have somebody else make them for you or make them yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're here with Willard. He's going to take us through some of the basics for Swordcraft and armor and stuff like that. But should be mentioned, basic safety equipment first. Now, if you go to Swordcraft, you want to get some sort of helmet. You know, a metal one's good, but just something to protect your head. Second thing is, guys, you want one of these. We know what it is. I'm not going to say it. Just get one. You'll appreciate it later. Now,
accidents happen.
The other thing is, no, that's gloves. Becky, you show these. These are not period gloves. They're motorcycle gloves. They've got protection over the knuckles. One thing in Swordcraft is hand hits don't count. But it still happens. You want to have a good set of gloves to protect your knuckles from damage. Now that aside, Willard, armor and hitting people in Swordcraft.
Well, we have a few basic armor zones. We've got your lower legs. You've got your
shins.
Yep, shins. Also, what would be included in the kit I'm getting is thigh guards, but
I got this
I don't think this set actually has.
No, it doesn't have it.
Yep. We've also got the torso armor, which is also a zone, and shoulder armor.
I think they're called shoulder pauldrons.
Or pauldrons, yes, pauldrons. Then you've got the actual arms.
Lower arms.
Lower arms. Yeah.
Now, I should be pointing out this is a full set of armor. I mean, Becky, do a 12 for us because it does. It does have a back plate and everything. It goes all the way around. And you can get butt armor. I've seen sets. So basically, people they've got a flap off their back. It counts people.
Also,
protect your butt.
Also, helmets as well.
Magic in Swordcraft. What you've got is fireballs. A wizard, after chanting a fair bit, takes a ball, presented here by Willard, and throws it at the warrior. 1 point, bang. But, now this is important, shields can protect against magic, and therefore don't hurt the warrior. Or a wizard can get as many balls as he's got and do this. And then they all hurt.
Hey, someone do my shoe up. You're in the channel. I wish we had peasants.
Well, the peasants did take over this show today, so
yes, they did.
They did. So thanks, Mike, for joining me. Now, if people want to get a hold of us, they can do it on our Facebook site. Let's do the whole
FB
Facebook thingy. Thanks, everyone, for helping us out with the show today and being on the show. And
Big thanks to Ren for getting out of the chairs.
Yeah, I know. I won't say it. Bye.